a lot of unbelievable Indian artists have gone to the Tiny Desk, and a lot of iconic performances happen in the Tiny Desk. So this is some of the best ones considered by you guys that I have never seen. Waleska is a big fan of Tiny Desk, so there will be moments here she's familiar with, but I have no idea. And it begins with actually Shakti, which is Shankar Mahadevan, Zakir Hussain, John McLaughlin, Selva Ganesh, and Ganesh. And I think they ended up winning a bloody Grammy or something. Yeah.
With this album, they did. Rest in peace, you master.
Oh,
They turned that place
I've seen bits of this, but I've never seen this.
It's perhaps the best Tiny Desk I've ever seen in my life. 20 minutes of wow.
Dollar. This guy is really said music. He's never on the one, mad bastard.
That's so cool. Oh my god.
Bro.
You have no idea. Okay, the amount of music that they just dropped, the amount of musical knowledge, it's the fact that Shankar was leading at the beginning, right? And then it was a call and response. McLaughlin will respond with the guitar, and then you had the violinist doing his own
Playing
thing.
that shit like a fiddle, son.
Right? And then at some point, the whole dynamic changes, right? And then it's just like you have to be so concentrated.
Bro, the digitation, the time management, the call and response aspect of it.
The knowledge of what notes as a vocalist you are actually saying, because
The note accuracy,
bro.
bro.
Yeah, because he's saying the notes.
Yeah.
He's not actually just blah 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 scatting.
No, he's not scatting, which is different to what you do in jazz.
Yeah, it's like, because you could emulate the sound by scatting in jazz, and it's similar to the call and response idea of this.
Is a tad more advanced, I would say, because
like how they do it in India. Yes, 100%.
Yeah, it's a tad more advanced, because I think the singer has to be way more not accurate than
the knowledge, because you could be phonetically accurate, but the actual knowledge of what note you're hitting as you're announcing it, it's very much like how they teach you music theory in the West, when they make you like in the piano, they make you sing the notes as you are playing them, so you gain some consciousness.
Yeah, same in Hindustani classical, right, with the harmonium.
Right.
Yeah,
that's right. So it's actually so impressive to see it done so fast.
Mental. I just think the connection between what you consider a good technical singer in India, it's heavily intertwined with the harmonium and their development. Their technical development is like that, and in reality, in the West, that has been lost.
Yes,
it's very rare to find a very well trained singer in India that does not know how to play the harmonium. It's very common to find a very good technical singer in the West that does not know how to play the piano.
Yes, correct. Actually, it's very common to have a very well-trained singer in the West that doesn't know what notes they're singing.
Yeah, I have no bloody clue. And nowadays I think the pedigree of singing in the West, in the pop charts, has diminished. I think the eras of the Ushers, I think that era was really rough.
I think talent isn't scarce.
No, hell no.
So I
there's
think
a lot of
a
amazing
new
talent.
generation will rise.
I just think the the necessity to be technically sound to achieve pop success is no longer intertwined.
That's right.
In any genre. You could go, R&B pop, just mainstream pop rock. You don't no longer need to have the technical acumen that the singers of the 80s, 70s, 90s, even 2000s needed. In India, for some reason, I think it's mainly because you play a lot on reputation. You play a lot on people's thoughts of you on the industry. In order to penetrate the industry in India, you need to have sort of the acumens, or at least
the accolades. Yeah, you do.
Or your dad has to be a who's who.
That's right. Red
Baraat. Oh shit, that's a timbal.
Oh my god, that is so sick! What are you saying?
What the
This is absolutely fantastic.
He might be Latin.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he strikes me as a fellow brother.
What?
Why does Indian music transition into fusion
Rock
so well? They have a whole ass trombone. That is so cool.
Cowbell is nice.
The timbal gives it such a Latin sound. They had confetti. That clarinet player has never had so much flavor in his life. Oh, that is so good! That is so great, what the heck? Oh.
Hold on a second, bro.
Okay, no, that was
What the fuck?
my brain melted though.
I love the fact as well is that open play, like you.
It's very jazz.
I mean, it's very cool because I think that's what NPR does, right? Like a Tiny Desk is essentially what they were trying to do. It allows for some open play, but funnily enough, at the beginning, right, the whole thing with Tiny Desk was that he had to be quiet as fuck.
Correct.
Because they were gonna get kicked out of the library.
Yeah, that's right. Because they were in the library. What I love about
Now what?
Now what? Say
Now
what?
what? Yeah.
What I actually do love is the acoustic environment of it. Man, it remains,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
think is what really gives the whole essence, and it sort of strips away a lot of like misconceptions of the groups or like the artists.
Yes,
So it
yes.
sort of gives you a very unfiltered experience of their favorite artists.
I still don't know, and this is not to throw shade to our own artists from Latin America, but I still don't know
I've
how.
seen a few good ones though.
There's been very, very good ones, but there's also been some very, very bad ones that are considered really, really good.
Yes, that's
like
true.
like Bad Bunny's is one of them. Like Bad Bunny did something really cool, which was he brought the urban sound that he has, but he's not a singer, and I think he's quite aware of that. I hope no one's telling him he is, because that's not what he brings to the table.
Oh, he's pretty self-aware.
I hope so. And also a lot of the other reggaeton artists, they've come out here and they think they can sing, but it's quite a mid
I
or
think they
underwhelming
do.
performance. But the
Genuinely.
fucking
I was gonna
music
say.
and the musicians
Yeah. No,
are murdering.
I think what takes the whole reggaeton aspect for it, because it's mainly very it's commercial music, so it's hard to live up to on a live setting. But what the Puerto Ricans have done very well is that they have very good musicians.
Flavor, yeah. And I hope that what I'm trying to say is I hope that other performances from other cultures and countries, like for example today we're having a look at India, are also getting the same type of love. I do not
This
know.
is outstanding.
I don't know the viewership or how well it was, but I do know, like for example, the Shakti one was very popular. I think the next one, which is Sid Sriram, Waleska has seen this. I haven't. I've never actually had a chance to look at it in its full length.
It's actually perhaps what solidified my perspective on how insane this guy is.
I think he's so accessible though for every market.
I wept. I'm not even lying. I cried when I watched this.
Oh, that's music.
I know.
Emotions over everything. Lead with the heart.
And do it well. I cried. I didn't. His ability to fusion both blues and Carnatic is just so impressive. I didn't even think it was possible, because they're like so opposite.
Bro.
Honestly, I was choking up. When I watched the entirety of that, I was crying by the end of it. But it's because of the excellence in execution, and also the emotional impact. That guy lives his heart.
Yeah.
on stage. It doesn't matter how big, how small the crowd is. Whether he's doing it from his room, whether he's doing it like in front of thousands of people.
So he's done it right for a while.
This guy, like he means it, and I don't know. There's that sort of honesty, that sort of
authenticity, genuinity.
It really strikes me, because it's very difficult to find that moment where the luminosity of artistic development meets the human and the execution of technical aspect. It's very hard to sort of like align those two things together, and I feel like he's the embodiment of that.
It would be really interesting to ask him that if he feels like he's at a point in his career in which his technical abilities are now finally matching to his creative vision. To his artistic and creative visions. It's the chase of every artist.
It is.
For us as fans and observers and reviewers, it seems like that was a very damn good example of something like that. And I also feel like Sid Sriram is one of those few unicorns of any industry in the world, which he has been able to translate both his origins and technical classical origins into a pop mainstream medium. So a bunch of sarots and a fucking acoustic guitar.
It's as if the Romani people met the gypsies from Spain.
Once more.
They reunited. That is so good.
Someone used this for a game, man, or a movie.
Wouldn't it be so dope?
You don't hear many sarots in games.
I love how he did tones.
I don't know what tuning she has on the guitar. But she's playing the open air E string. Well, that one
That was
was
impressive.
fucking interesting.
That was actually so impressive because she's actually looking for a lot of eye contact, and she's looking at where they are sort of like placing their chords.
That would have been a
But
damn
it's,
interesting
it's
rehearsal
fretless, right?
to watch. Yeah.
So where the heck do you know?
Just memory of the notes. You know, I guess they've play those pieces so much.
Because
you're so
obviously,
familiar
when
with
I'm playing the piano and I'm looking at the guitarist, when I'm lost, right?
Yeah.
I look at the guitarist and I know what chord they're playing, so I know where to go in the piano.
Right,
but like,
right.
because it's threaded, right? So it has a.
Oh, so you follow
fret.
more with your eyes.
Yeah, I do.
I
I
follow
do.
more with the ear.
No, sometimes I do as well, but I think, like, say for example, I lost the sequence and I'm completely lost. Like, where the heck am I? Then I will look at the guitarist and I know where he's at. But like, if I was looking for feedback in a sarod,
I think you're fucked. It's the same as I was looking for feedback in a violinist. You're screwed.
yeah, I'm totally screwed.
I think that's probably not an issue for like expert level
Yeah,
pianists.
no, I agree. No, I'm just saying my amateur level.
No, Bale's not a pianist. Like I'm probably the most gifted pianist in the family, and I'm not the most gifted pianist in the world. I'll tell you that fucking much. But yeah, I think that's more of that type of aspect. With the sarod, it's so interesting. We've seen it played live. We saw it at Darbar Festival, and the interesting part about the sarod, which I think is like my favorite part of it, is you can play it in so many different ways, but you can also the Hindustani classical way. It's always like that, where it's like slightly detoned and it provides tension to the note. It's never usually straight.
Correct.
There's always undulations in the note, but you can also play it straight.
Yeah.
They just choose not to. But you
Correct.
could play it straight, and sometimes they do, and that shit sounds like an instrument I've never heard in my life. The slide guitar. We've seen this on Instagram Reels. Also fairly popular in country music. But not like this.
Girl, what? Yeah, it's all jaw. It's her jaw leading the sound.
Chest heavy, it seems.
Oh yeah, very much so.
See that type of note accuracy? Oh my god!
There is a harmonium.
What the fuck?
I don't know, like, if you were paying attention, her muscles here, they were actually so tense. They hold a lot of their position. So this is what we call a fixed larynx position.
Literally, the meaning,
It is, yeah,
the literal meaning of that.
So it means that these muscles here, they overdevelop and they sort of like become like tensor lines, like, and they hold the larynx in that specific position. So they come like this, yeah. So they don't move from there. In Western singing technique, this would be so unadvised, so ill-advised.
Yeah,
And
actually, like they'd be against it.
Yeah, so very ill-advised, because that means that you would have to modulate from within your mouth and with your jaw. So, like, if you paid attention, she was very
Full jaw
heavy. So
that's
like,
why I pointed towards it first.
Yeah, so the bottom of her teeth sort of like move forward and creates like a bigger space within the soft palate, and that's where the actual sound, the actual note shifts. If you have been singing like that your whole life, this is very second nature. Like, this is like the only way that you know how to sing. But that's why I find Sid in specific so very interesting, because he can do that. He fixes his larynx when he's doing ragas and stuff like that, but then he also has the ability to completely detach it and do the Western technique, where it's like he tilts the larynx forwards, or he brings them really far up for that twangier
sound,
brighter sound. And I still don't know.
And this-
still don't know how.
And this is why the more we learn about music from different parts of the world, because I don't think, look, you could have a degree in music.
Yes, you could.
We could have played our whole lives, played in front of thousands of people, musicians from in the industry, talked to many of them. But I feel like if you haven't learned about world music, you're
haven't really
just like a
explored
baby in
it.
music.
Yeah, you haven't really explored it.
And that's where I think, and I think some creators and reviewers and here on YouTube, even on this platform, make a lot of that mistake where they become experts in their field, in the US, in the UK, or in South America, and then in Italy it happens too. They are also the fathers of a specific type
Europe,
of singing.
I think I will
Europe.
put the whole of Europe into that.
Jazz, Indian jazz.
Whoa. I've always said
Say it.
I've always said that Carnatic and like Hindustani translates to jazz so well.
We've seen it. Like, Carnatic is like a jazz musician's wet dream.
It really is.
I have no idea how that drummer knew anything.
I have no idea how he held that for so long. Play that organ, my guy. Play it.
Dude, that drummer is a god.
Oh, the double bassist is amazing. Ah, freakos. Absolute freaks.
Bruh.
Stop! What the heck was the rest of that video?
That should have been longer. I mean, this video is probably already gonna be an hour long of us just, oh my god, what the fuck? But I mean it. What the fuck?
That was amazing, God.
Let us know,
Where
perhaps.
is the rest of this music? Why isn't this mainstream? Why can we not make this go viral? That's what I'm asking.
Let us know to which other country we should go next.
That's right.
Goodbye.
Adios.